Boy, howdy, that sure is a lot of animal.
It's about the best I've seen. Don't tell him our name's Barkley or the price is gonna go up.
Well, he's a looker, all right. I'll give you that, McGowan.
Look here, son. Can't hardly buy an animal as fair as that for less. If you're aiming to dicker me down...
$300 and nod of your head and you got yourself a deal.
300.
We'll pay for the shipping, save you the cost.
I might consider 325.
$300, not a penny more.
300 it is, then. You got the money?
In gold.
All right, Rodrigo. Bring him out.
You got a bill of sale.
A bill of... About that, I feel plumb foolish. I'm fresh out. I've been doing a lot of business since I started placing ads.
Well, any piece of paper with your name on it will do just fine.
No. We made a proper deal, and you're entitled to a proper receipt. Wouldn't hear of it any other way. I tell you what. I'll have my foreman, Rodrigo, ride into town. He can pick up a couple of sales forms.
Well, that'd be just fine, except waiting for Rodrigo to make us late for that cattle auction we're heading for.
I tell you what. I'll have him catch up here on the trail with it.
That'll be fine with me.
And it's settled?
Been very considerate, McGowan.
My pleasure. I lost him for a minute. They'll have to take the old Campbell trail. Go tell Sheriff Barnes he's got a couple of customers.
Yes, sir.
Nick, these beans are gonna get cold. Better get a move on.
Be right there. I was hoping I didn't hear you right. Beans again, huh? Wow. Keith, you've got a mean streak in you a mile wide. You know, I was figuring, if we can get out of that sale by noon tomorrow, be at the railhead in Brazos by sundown, we can ship the old boy out from there.
Well, it's pushing a little bit, isn't it? What's your hurry?
No, mostly selfish, I expect. I hear they got some good cooks in Brazos.
Well, what's wrong with them beans?
Now, you've gone through a half a dish of yours already. You got the guts to ask me that? Just give me a cup of coffee. Help ease the pain. Well, go on, pour. I've been through drought and flood in 5 years.
Close enough for a handgun.
If they're Apache, they're gonna save ammunition.
If they're Apache, we wouldn't have hurt them.
They'll come in on both sides.
Ready?
What are they waiting on?
Hello! You men in the camp. Hello in the camp. This is Sheriff Barnes. Now, we know where you are. I'd like to do this friendly if I can.
Sneaking up on a man in the middle of the night, I wouldn't call that too friendly.
But just that we had to be sure
Of what?
that you wouldn't go to shoot first chance you had. Now, give up them guns, eh?
As soon as we can see plain that you're the sheriff. Now, you walk in real slow-like and freeze your gun hand.
Well, now, I'm glad you're being so sensible. Be a pity if men died over so little now, wouldn't it? I trouble you for those guns now.
Sheriff, I got a strong feeling you're mistaking us for somebody else.
Oh, no mistake. No mistake. Now, boys, we've gone this far without any bloodshed. Let's keep it that way, huh? Now, Sheriff, I'm ordering you to surrender those weapons.
Now, what is all this about?
That bull you got staked out over there. Rancher named McGowan reported him stolen.
Oh, he did. Well, he's lying or he's drunk or both. We paid good money for
You
that.
paid for him, did you?
In gold.
Oh, you got proof of that?
Well, not exactly, no.
No bill of sale?
Well, we didn't have any on hand.
Oh, come now. Man who moves as much cattle as Mr. McGowan? Well, maybe you got some other record of a deal, like a back of an
We
envelope or
shook
something.
hands on it.
You dirty saddle tramp, you.
Now, wait a minute. We've been on the trail a week and a half. We probably look it. But we're not tramps. We're the Barclays. Heath and Nick Barclay of Stockton, California.
Your name and where you come from don't prove nothing.
Now, look, we're on a cattle buying trip. Now, Mr. Riley, we did some business with him. I have a receipt.
I am not interested.
It's proof of what I'm saying.
The one has nothing to do with the other. You can fetch up 100 receipts if you want to, but if the name of Mr. McGowan doesn't appear on one of them, I am not interested. Huh? Rodrigo, don't fetch that bull home.
Wait a minute, Rodrigo. He's McGowan's foreman. He said he would bring us the bill of sale.
Was that right? Rodrigo, any truth in that?
No, senor. Never seen them before in my life.
Now, I don't want to hear any more palaver out of either one of you. Get along, Rodrigo.
I think you better hold it right there, Rodrigo.
You all right?
I think so.
Now, before anyone really gets hurt, let's go.
His leg. His leg needs dressing.
There'll be a doctor where you're going. Now, get mounted.
Get out.
All right, get out.
Just arrived, Captain. Bring them in.
Two new men, Captain Ridley. If you'll sign for them, eh?
Well, am I expected to read your mind, Sheriff?
They rustled a steer. They say the name's Barclay.
Peterson.
Serial number 370 is open, sir. He died of the fever a while back. 597 is also open.
Assign them.
No, wait a minute. You accuse us of stealing that bull? All right, accuse us in a court of law, we can tell our side.
Peterson, I don't remember giving 370 permission to speak.
No, sir.
Well, he just asked a question.
Prisoners do not speak without first obtaining permission. Prisoners do not argue with their superiors. Prisoners, if they wish to survive their period of confinement, think and do exactly what they are told.
How's a man to know if he can speak without getting a belly full of splinters?
By requesting permission in the following manner. Sir, permission to speak.
I'm sorry I asked.
Take them away.
Wait. Permission to speak.
Sir,
permission to speak, sir.
Granted.
Now, when do we get a chance to tell our side?
When the circuit judge comes to town, you'll be taken there under arrest, accused of your crime, and brought back here to serve your term of imprisonment.
When does the judge get here?
Approximately 2 months.
2 months? Look, putting aside the fact that this whole thing is a pack of lies, even if we were guilty, we'd be entitled to stay in the regular town jail for trial.
Awaiting trial in the regular town jail, you would accomplish no useful purpose.
Well, purpose, that's our right.
You dare to speak about rights? What about Mr. McGowan's right to be protected against the abuse of thieves?
Nobody mentioned his name. How did you know it was McGowan's livestock?
Peterson!
Come on.
Welcome. Welcome.
All present, Captain.
Prepare the men for inspection.
All personnel stand to for the captain's inspection.
Good morning, 945.
Good morning, sir. It's a beautiful morning, yes, sir.
Nine 945, do you like it here?
Like it here? Green fields. Trout swimming pretty in the water. All my friends around. My rocking chair. All that a man could want for.
It's quite simple. He's gone into a world of his own making, a world in which he is quite happy. He does not resist, he obeys. And that is what I demand from every man here. Obedience. Obedience. It's your only hope.
Hope for what?
To survive. Peterson.
Detail. Move to the wagons. Risley. Captain Risley.
The prescribed way or not at all?
Permission to speak, sir.
Granted.
My brother, you said he could see a doctor today.
Well, you should have spoken up before the formation was dismissed. Now he'll just have to wait until tomorrow morning.
Take it easy. I'll hold up your end.
Come on, you do, and you'll both wind up in the sweat box.
I'll make it till I see the doctor.
All right, you men, quit the stalling. Come on, let's move. Get these rocks out of here.
said tomorrow, son. There's no tomorrows here. I'm not as loco as you boys might have thought. It's just that place I go to when being here gets to be too much. Only thing is, you know, I'm liable to go there once and not be able to come back.
This federal or state land?
Neither. Belongs to a rancher named of McGowan.
McGowan. Now it all begins to figure.
His way of getting labor 1/10 the price of regular hide.
What little he does pay goes into Risley's pocket.
Mm-hmm. And if work slows down or men die, they have to be replaced.
One way or another.
Didn't anyone ever break out of here?
Yes. And it can work.
I was here that time, too. There's something you're holding back about that time.
They didn't make it, huh?
Shut up, Billy. Shut up.
There's no call for that. I wasn't hurting anybody.
Not hurting anybody. Keeps talking about that break a couple of years ago. Got every man scared to throw in with me.
What happened then?
Risley somehow got word. The first 5 men were cut down before they got to the gate. But I got it figured this time. And you two go along, there'll be enough of us to get it done.
I'll wait for that circuit judge. We don't want to give him any legitimate reason to keep us here. How's the leg getting worse? Some.
Here, piece of cheese I've been saving. Oh, go on, go on. With your leg hurt like that, you need all you can get to keep your strength up.
Thanks, Billy.
You know, if that prison commission was made up of men instead of snakes, they'd see to it that we had food enough to live on.
Commission? You mean to tell me the prison authorities have been here and seen this and have done nothing about it?
We're dirt, haven't you heard? Dirt don't deserve no better.
How long you been here, Billy?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I got no years. Just hope. Hope that someday I'll walk out in green fields again. And that when I die, it'll be someplace where a cool breeze blows across the land like the smile of a pretty woman. But that's foolish. It'll never happen.
Good morning, Jerry.
Glad you're back, Audra. I'm gonna have to be away on business for a couple of days.
Since when do you need a gun to go on business?
All right, it's Nick and Heath.
What happened?
3 days late getting back from Hayesville. I sent a telegram to a Mr. Riley over there, a cattleman they did business with. He said the last he saw him, they headed off into a county where the sheriff arrests strangers just because they're strangers. He went over there and asked a few questions. Found out that 2 men who fit their description had been arrested.
Mother will be home from Denver this afternoon. What do I tell her?
Don't tell her anything. I'll send you a telegram just as soon as I know anything at all.
Doctor?
Doctor?
Actually, he's rather a competent physician. When sober.
From what I can see, that's never. I won't trouble you anymore with my leg.
Trouble? Men like you cause me no trouble. However, you're quite right. There's no excuse for a professional man being derelict in his duty.
The way this prison is run, he's reacting the way any other doctor would.
You're making excuses for him. He's trash. Anybody can see that.
Why do you let him stay?
What reputable physician would take this job? A prison is the final reservoir for the scum of this world.
And yourself included?
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. It took me 17 years to get my own ship. 17 years. Not one black mark. Not one single reprehensible incident. Not one. Honorable, distinguished service. And then they conspired against me, my crew. My crew. They weren't men. They were pigs.
Or were they men treated like pigs?
Silence. I order you, be silent.
What really happened, Risley? Given the power to command, you weren't able to use it? Isn't that right?
I said be silent.
You said it was your men. But it was you who got thrown out of the Navy. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you're taking out on the prisoners here?
I ordered you silent. And you disobeyed my orders. Peterson! Get him out of here. I want him punished. Get him out. Get him out!
Heath! I don't know what it's for, but it don't matter. Interfere and it can only go worse for him. Believe me, much worse.
All present, Captain.
597 has been found guilty of a breach of conduct. Direct your attention to the administering of punishment.
Heath! Heath!
Well, now. Well, they seem to fit that description now, don't they?
There's one way to find out for sure, isn't there? Let me see them.
Oh, they ain't here. They's being held down at the farm.
Now, by farm, I assume you mean the road gang.
Mm-hmm.
When was the trial, Sheriff?
Well, there wasn't any.
No trial.
Well, what I mean is, not yet.
When do you think it might be?
Well,
Traker Judge be around here sooner or later, I expect. We'll get around it sometime.
When men are accused of a crime, you don't get around to trying them.
Well, that's the way it is around here. I'm sorry.
You denied these men a trial by jury and committed them to a road gang, and you're sorry.
Where you going?
I'm going to telegraph the circuit judge for a writ, releasing those men into my custody and demand an immediate trial. Then I'm riding out to the prison. And when I get there, Sheriff, you'd better be there. Are you Risley?
I'm Captain Risley.
My name is Jared Barkley. I've come here to see my brothers, Heath and Nick Barkley.
Oh, yes. Well, those were the two thieves you arrested, weren't they, Sheriff?
That's right, Cap.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Barkley, but their privileges have been suspended. Not permitted any visitors. Unless, of course, you have some official document overruling my authority.
I wasn't able to find the circuit judge, so I don't have a writ right at the moment.
Well, then things will just have to remain as they are. I'm very sorry, Mr. Barkley, you had to make that long journey for nothing.
Risley, I didn't take this long journey for nothing. I refer you to the Federal Code, Chapter 8, Paragraph 12, Subsection 9. Any official, federal, state, or territorial who impedes in any manner a qualified attorney in the practice of his profession is guilty of committing a crime, punishable by fine or imprisonment or both. Now, Mr. Risley, as an attorney licensed to practice law in a number of states, this one included, I don't have to ask you to see my clients, which my brothers have just become. I have an unqualified right to see them.
Well, the fact that you're an attorney does alter the situation. Naturally, sir. You have my permission to consult with your clients.
Here, just a minute.
Peterson, allow Mr. Barkley to visit his clients.
Your gun, Mr. Barkley.
Heath. Jared. He's very sick, Jared.
How did it happen?
For one thing, a burned leg, no doctor to attend it. They won't give him any good food so he can get his strength back, and they whipped him.
All right. The circuit judge should be in Brazos by now. I'm going to ride there and bring him back here just as fast as I can. In the meantime, whatever you do, don't antagonize Risley.
I'm gonna have to stop breathing to guarantee that. Nick, you're gonna have to ride that horse of yours into the ground to make it back here on time.
I'll make it.
Peterson!
Your time is up, Mr. Barkley.
Hang on, Heath. It'll only be a little while longer. Hang on. Yeah. Risley?
Yes, Counselor.
I'll be back with the circuit judge.
The California Barclays. Now, how could a McGowan been so stupid as to pick them?
Well, the point is he did. And we weren't much smarter waiting until now to place him. I'm for getting out of this thing while we still can, Captain.
And abandon this entire operation? Never.
Well, look, these ain't saddle bums we're talking about. They're Barclays. When they talk to the judge and then after him the prison commission, they'll be listened to.
Well, they can't do much talking if they're dead.
We could never get away with that now.
Murder, no. But if they attempted a prison break?
You mean force them to try? How?
There are ways. Many ways.
Captain?
Now all we have to do is wait.
Your attention.
Now, it'll be hot enough today to kill a man standing still.
Let alone pounding rock. Therefore, there'll be no work today. After inspection, you'll return to your quarters. Peterson, prepare them for inspection.
Stand to for the captain's inspection.
Button your shirt.
He's making it plain. In his condition, the boxer killed that boy.
Arms down.
He hasn't had any water.
Did you say something, 370?
Said he hasn't had any water.
Do you wish to speak?
Permission to speak, sir.
Granted.
He hasn't had any water.
Excuse me, sir, but the guards are ready to leave for town. I was wondering if you could sign this order.
It takes 5 guards to pick up 1 wagon load of barbed wire.
That's quite a bit of wire, sir.
We'll be undermanned. Very well. Provided they'll be back by morning call.
Yes, sir.
Now, you were saying?
Captain. Please.
Peterson, dismiss.
You men are confined to quarters. Detail dismissed.
You can find the quarters, Barkley.
He's understaffed. The guards won't be back until tomorrow. This is our chance. Take it. Nick, I can take the door off the hinges in 10 minutes. Then all we need is the wire clippers from the tool shed. Look. This is our chance. Take it. But what kind of a man are you? That's your brother out there, and you don't care.
Don't. Don't you ever say that to me again. We've got to wait for Jared to get back.
All right. But while you're waiting, your brother, he could die.
Captain. I checked with Frank in town. Barkley's brother and the judge may be here sometime tonight. And Barkley still hasn't taken the bait.
Bring him in here.
You look tired. Sit down.
Aren't you going to ask me about 597?
597. That's a man you have out in that sweatbox. He's Barkley, not a bunch of numbers.
Aren't you going to ask me about him?
Would it do any good?
You're still full of your own pride, aren't you? Well, that doesn't surprise me. I know you well enough by now.
We're even. I've killed enough corn pigs in my time to know enough about you.
You want to kill me?
I do.
And given the opportunity, you'll try.
I will.
Well, in view of this situation, I'd say the distance between the intent and the deed may prove an impossible journey for you.
I'll work it out.
Oh, really? How?
I don't know. Yet.
Oh, yes. Patience. Patience. The way of the intelligent man. Wait until you're free, and then pick your own time. Meanwhile, of course, 597 will be dead. At this very moment, I warrant, his flesh is being burnt raw. His tongue is so swollen that it chokes him. No doubt he is gradually losing his sanity. That explains the mumbled sounds, the incoherent noise.
What do you want? Tell me! What kind of a price does it take to buy you? Anything you want. Any price. But just let him out of there.
There is one thing I might accept.
Yes.
Now, you said anything. You really care that much for him?
Any price.
Money? Nah. That's really not quite so rare a commodity. What's your dignity? Your precious Barkley dignity. Now, that does command a value. Now, what is the price of your brother's life? What is the only thing that will take that key to the sweatbox and give it to you? Well, it's simple. Very simple. Your dignity.
I don't.
Will you beg? Will you beg? From a man you hate? Will you get down on your hands and knees and beg?
Men don't beg.
Exactly.
I'm begging.
Get him out of here!
Tonight. Good. We'll be ready.
You're not going.
What? Look, I can't take the responsibility.
Now, wait a minute,
I can't
Nick.
take the
Listen.
responsibility of you getting killed. Now, you're going to wait here for that judge.
But you listened.
Look, I have no choice. I got to get my brother out of that box.
All right. But you'll need help.
No.
I can take care of that fence.
All right.
All right.
Now, do you understand? Your men are to hold their fire until the Barclays are outside the wire. There must be unmistakable evidence of an escape attempt.
I better get out there with them.
You ready?
Just about. It's a trap. Why? It's a trap. That swine Risley. Those guards never left. They're waiting. The other side of the fence.
All right. Now, look. First thing we gotta do is get Heath out of that sweat box. Get back to the hut, barricade ourselves in, and pray that Gerard and the judge get here on time. Come on. I should have figured you'd be around to watch. Well, your little trap didn't work.
Doesn't really matter.
Actually, I prefer you know what you're walking into.
You think I'm going to go through that fence now?
Oh, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
You're out of your mind.
On the contrary, I'm behaving quite logically. Start walking. Keep walking.
What about my brother?
First you and then him.
Well, now, you're going to need the key. You want that judge to find his body outside the fence with mine.
Stop! Thank you for correcting my oversight. Now, hand me the key.
This is Judge Bentley. Open the gate.
Heath, everything's going to be all right. I brought a doctor. Who's responsible for this?
That's the man there, Judge. That is, if you can call him a man.
Doctor brought you around okay, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you'll be going home now.
Lobo, there's going to be some changes, lots of them. For instance, right now, the camp has been turned over temporarily to a federal marshal.
Risley, the sheriff, and McGowan will be made to answer for what they've done. And every one of your sentences is going to be reviewed.
Wow. That's more than we could have hoped for before.
Billy, you know that place you were talking about? Where the earth is rich, and the breeze blows over the land like a pretty woman's smile? Well, there is such a place. And there's a job there waiting for you when you're free. You write me at this address when it's time, and I'll come for you.
Well, Lobo. Billy.
You think you met Mrs. Barkley?
Well, apparently not. I guess my family didn't get my letter.
You figure how you're going to get home?
Oh, yes, I saw a light in my son's office as we drove past. That means he's working late. So I'll ride home with him.
It's a bit late for a lady walking alone. If you wait a minute, I'll go with you.
Oh, no, Sam, don't bother. I'll be all right. And I'll send for my luggage first thing in the morning. Good night.
Good night.
Buddy! Buddy! Jared! Jared, I saw him. I saw him do it. I saw him kill her.
Who?
Buddy Tyrone.
Buddy Tyrone, are you sure?
Oh, how could I be mistaken? I'm his godmother. I've known him since he was a baby.
Just calm
Jared,
down.
what are we going to do?
Calm
What
down. You come on over to the office and have a glass of brandy, then we'll talk to the sheriff.
We'd like to see the judge.
Very late.
Well, I'm very sorry, but this won't keep till morning.
It's all right, Wingley. I'm always available to the sheriff. Victoria, my dear. Jared, what an unexpected pleasure.
I'm afraid it's anything but that, George.
Oh, perhaps we'd better go into the parlor. Wingley, some tea for Mrs. Barkley.
No, thank you, nothing.
Sit down, Victoria. Gentlemen,
What time did your son get home tonight, Judge Tyrone?
get home? I don't believe he was out of the house. Why?
Are you certain he didn't leave?
Well, I haven't actually seen him since dinner, but he said he was going to study in his room tonight. He's in the last year of law school, you know. Going to give Jared here some competition.
Would your servant know for sure?
Wingley?
Your master has not left house.
Sheriff, I don't appreciate being kept at a disadvantage like this. What possible difference does it make whether or not my son was at home tonight?
A woman was shot to death in town tonight. My mother was the only eyewitness.
You've accused my son?
George, I'd give anything in the
Well,
world.
this is ridiculous, Victoria. Why, you've come unhinged.
Surely you can see how difficult this is for her.
For her? What about my son?
What choice did I have, George? I saw him commit a murder.
Victoria, I don't understand any of all this. You've been like a second mother to that boy ever since Louise died. You've advised him, encouraged him to become a lawyer. You have his complete confidence. How can you possibly believe that he could kill anyone?
It's true.
It isn't true. You've made a mistake. It was a dark night, a sudden shock. Someone who looked like Buddy, maybe. I can see how that could happen, can't you? I'm sure the sheriff can.
I couldn't help hearing. Who is it I'm supposed to have murdered?
No one, Buddy. It's all a mistake.
She called herself Frisco Rose. Had a second-floor room over on Grand Street. You know her?
Only of her.
Well, I know the woman. She's been up before the bench on many an occasion for dissolute behavior.
Well, no matter what she was, I have to handle her killing the same as if she'd been a pillar of society. Isn't that right?
Certainly. But do you have any actual evidence against my son?
Nothing but Mrs. Barclay's word.
Well, I wonder if you have that.
Are you able to identify him as the man you saw shoot Frisco Rose?
In heaven's name, Victoria, put a stop to this insanity. Tell the sheriff you were wrong.
Well, Mrs. Barclay?
He's the one.
I don't blame you, Aunt Victoria. I know it's nothing malicious, just an honest mistake.
Mother, would you wait in the hall for a moment, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, Buddy. I'm so sorry.
Now, I want to make something very clear. There's no question about what my mother saw. Take my advice, Buddy. Don't wait for the truth to come out. Tell it now so your father can help you. It's your mother who needs help. From a doctor, a specialist. I'm sorry, Buddy. Sorry for the tragedy that lies ahead.
Well, I hope you understand my position. If the witness had been anyone but Mrs. Barclay, I'd have my doubts.
Save your apology until you can make it to my son. Oh. I still don't see any point in coming by here.
I had to. I had to make sure in my mind I couldn't have been mistaken.
Now, you listen to me. You say you saw Buddy commit murder. That's exactly what you saw.
But was it murder?
Frisco Rose couldn't be any more dead.
But a boy like that doesn't pull a trigger without reason, without provocation. Jared, I want you to look for that explanation.
All right, Mother. I'll start an investigation in the morning.
Oh, no, Jared, please, tonight.
Right after I take you home.
I can drive home by myself. I'll be fine. Please.
I'll do everything I can.
You better not drop that. Jared Barkley. Well, if Rose didn't pick the apple from top of the tree. I'm Ruthie.
How do you do?
I'm a friend of Rose's. I don't suppose you ever noticed me.
No, but I will the next time.
I suppose you came to see Rose. I hope it won't come as too much of a shock to you, but she's dead. Shot right outside in the alley.
Yes, I know. Ruthie, I don't suppose you'd mind if I took a little look around.
Help yourself. I just dropped in to pick up a few things she'll need. She always took a lot of pride in how she looked, you know. She'd want to knock their eyes out at that wake.
You known her very long?
3 years. These were her favorites. Which do you like best?
Oh, the green one. Tell me something, Ruthie. Where'd you get all this Chinese stuff? Somebody give it to her?
She didn't talk much. Are you sure this pink one isn't better?
Oh, no, the green one, definitely. You know, this little trinket here looks kind of expensive. You sure you never heard her brag about who gave it to her?
Oh, she was very secret about him. I guess you're right. The green has more class.
Listen, tell me something, Ruthie. Same fella gave her all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
He must have been quite a character, huh? What did he look like? Can you describe him?
Oh, he never came around here. Rose used to meet him different places.
Oh, come on, Ruthie. She must have talked about him a little bit. You know, who he was, his name.
Just that he was from uptown, and his father was somebody important. Oh, you'll never guess what she called that one.
What was that?
The Lizard. She used to laugh at him behind his back. Said she had him like a lizard on a string.
So, from what she said, everything points to a backstairs romance on Buddy's part. But it's pretty obvious that she was playing him for a sucker.
And he must have found out.
Maybe. And maybe there's a lot more to it than that.
I can't believe that. He's such a nice boy.
Yeah. Well, come on. I think it's time we all turned in.
I'll get it. Yeah?
I've come to see the lawyer.
Oh. Well, come on in.
You remember me, Ollie Patton? You helped me when I got pulled in for being drunk?
Oh, well, it's pretty late, Ollie. Can't it wait until morning?
I think this shot Frisco Rose. Somebody threw it away in the alley right after she got shot.
Did you see who it was?
All I seen was a shadow running away.
Oh. Well, you should have left it for the sheriff, Ollie. This way it's not much good as evidence.
Why not? Maybe they can prove it was Buddy's.
No, he can claim somebody stole it, and then it becomes his word against Ollie's. And whose word do you think the jury's going to take?
Then Miller's still the only one who can...
Finish it, Heath. The only one who can put a rope around Buddy's neck.
Mother, the silver doesn't need polishing. Silas did it last week.
I'm doing it again.
But why? Mother, you didn't sleep at all last night. Why don't you go upstairs?
Because I feel like polishing silver.
Well, then I'll help.
I don't want any help, Audra. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Barkley. I hope I didn't alarm you. Ned Sprague, reporter for the Oakland Bulletin.
I don't like unannounced visitors, Mr. Sprague. Please leave the same way you came in.
Polishing the silver. That's what my mother used to do when she had a problem. It is a problem, isn't it? Having it in your power to send a friend's only son to the gallows?
Will you please leave, or must I call my sons?
All I'm trying to do, Mrs. Barkley, is get something for my readers. Don't they have a right to the facts?
Heath!
I've heard Judge Tyrone is one of your oldest and dearest friends. How does he feel now? What did he say when he refused? Now, what did you want to do that for? I'm only trying to do my job.
What is it, Mother?
Heath, get him out of here.
Some of your reporters never learn, do you? Take your hand off me, cowboy.
What was that all about?
Some reporter bothering Mother.
There'll be others, other reporters, solicitors, friends. There's no escaping them.
It's impossible to protect you from that kind of thing.
You'll feel better if you get out in the sunshine. What do you say I hitch up the buggy?
Mother, I know you're exhausted. Why don't you take a nap?
No, what I'd really like to do is to get away from here. Take the train to Sacramento. I know. I could visit Minnie Grant. She's a good enough friend and she won't ask questions.
You have to testify at the inquest day after tomorrow.
But I'll only stay overnight. I'll be back tomorrow morning.
Why not?
You're right. Why not?
That's a wonderful idea, and I'll go with you.
Audra, dear, I'd like to be alone for a while. Please understand.
I'll be back.
You admit you got it from a drunk who says he found it in an alley. You call that evidence?
I found this in your son's closet when we searched your house. It fits Mrs. Barkley's description of what the killer wore.
Mrs. Barkley. So it all boils down to Victoria's preposterous accusation, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
You come to see your son. The boy hasn't said a word since he was arrested. Be better for him if he was to, well, cooperate.
You mean confess, don't you? Well, how could he? He's innocent.
Buddy?
Dad, forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive, son. You're an innocent victim in all this. Now, don't let it get you down. Do you understand? I know how these mistakes can happen. It was dark in that alley. The man resembled you. Same age, same size. Victoria thought it was you. Well, she wanted it to be you.
Wanted?
I know. We've known each other all these years. But it happens. She must have harbored some deep resentment for some reason.
Dad, don't. Don't make it any worse. I killed that woman. Don't blame anyone but me.
What did you say?
Dad, I killed her.
Buddy, tell me.
I met her one afternoon down by the river. I didn't know who or what she was. Later, it didn't matter to me. I loved her, and I thought that she loved me.
When you found out she didn't, you felt you had to kill her?
It wasn't like that. It was you she was after. She planned the whole thing to get back at you. She hated you for putting her in the workhouse.
What did she want? Money?
She wanted to ruin your career. She had some letters I'd written. presents and things. She used them like a shotgun to force me to marry her, and if I refused, she threatened to expose our affair. She said the headlines would read, Jezebel and the Judge's Boy. Either way, it would make you a laughingstock. I tried to reason with her, but the more I begged, the more she laughed. I never saw her like that. Ugly, vicious, gloating. God help me, I shot her.
Would you stay with me while I tell the sheriff?
No. I don't want you to tell anyone.
Dad?
No! No, not for my sake, for yours. None of this is your fault, son. It was all that woman's. So why should you pay for her vindictiveness? She brought it all on herself.
Aunt Victoria saw what happened.
It's only her unsupported word. And that may not even be enough for the grand jury to indict. Believe me, son, I know what I'm talking about.
I don't understand. You were always such a stickler for the letter of the law.
Yes, but not when it conflicts with justice. Good boy. Now, not a word. Don't lose your courage.
Tea for Mrs. Buckley. Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have bothered. You blame me, don't you?
It is not for a servant to blame friend of his master.
I understand. I know how loyal you are to the judge.
Indeed. His son is as my son.
Bring me a whiskey.
I was at the depot waiting for the train. I heard Buddy had been arrested.
Well, what else did you expect? I'm sorry, Victoria. I know how difficult this must be for you.
George, I don't know what to do.
You'll do your duty.
But I was hoping you could help me. You've always been able to see your way out of any dilemma with such clarity and assurance.
Clarity and assurance. Victoria, the whole world's turned upside down. I always set such high standards for the boy. His mother and I both agreed on that. He never once failed to toe the mark.
Perhaps you made him toe the mark a little too closely. Isn't it possible he never learned how to cope with situations and people who don't obey your strict rules?
Are you holding up your own sons as paragons of virtue? Nick is brawled in every saloon in the country, and Jared finds clients among the most unsavory elements.
Well, I think they could deal with Frisco Rose without killing her.
Buddy did not kill her. I think it's only fair to warn you that your account of this affair won't go unchallenged.
I'm sorry. I guess it was I guess I made a mistake in coming here.
You made your mistake the other night. You're going to find out that my son is more important to me than anything on this earth. Anything. Including old friendships. And I'll do anything in my power to keep you from harming him.
George, I didn't mean to harm him. All I wanted to...
Victoria. Victoria.
The tea give the woman sleep. It is only short sleep. But perhaps you desire short sleep become long sleep?
What are you talking about?
Which is of greater value, life of only son, or the woman who will speak against him in court?
This isn't China, Wing. You don't just get rid of your enemies.
It is possible. Her family believes she's on train to Sacramento. We have time to drop her in river.
No, Wing.
This is your son. Would you have him die? You must kill her.
If she could be out of the way for a while. Just disappear.
Well, it's Judge Tyrone, isn't it? This is indeed a great honor.
I have someone who requires care. She's been given something to calm her down. Gently. Gently.
You mustn't worry about a thing. I assure you the dear lady will have the best of care.
I don't want to put into a ward, you understand? She's to have absolute privacy.
I understand.
Her doctor thought it might be prudent to keep her sleeping as much as possible until she's had time to become adjusted to her new surroundings.
Just you leave everything to us. Now, shall we attend to the dreary formalities? The unfortunate one's name.
Jane Doe.
Indeed.
The lady is an embarrassment to a prominent San Francisco family. They've asked me to attend to all the details with the strictest secrecy. I shall expect your full cooperation.
This is rather irregular.
Mr. Pruitt, your institution is famed for its irregularities. I trust one more won't make any difference.
Very well. Shall we discuss rates?
This is to be kept with absolute secrecy.
Now, don't worry about a thing. Everything will be taken care of, Judge.
Thank
you. Please let me out of here.
Let me out of here, please! Quit that man!
Well, what do we got here? Quality from the looks of you.
I want to know where I am.
Where your family's heads are put.
My family couldn't possibly know where I am. It was a judge, Judge Tyrone.
It ain't half bad here. You just behave yourself and everything will be all right.
What is this place?
The Ophir Sanitarium.
But that's
A home. For them poor unfortunates that ain't welcome in their own home. Them that otherwise would be locked in the attic.
Do you know who I am?
Her papers say Jane Doe.
I'm Victoria Barclay.
Well, now, ain't that something? Now, Beanie here, she's the sister of the King of England. Now, don't you be afraid of poor old Beanie. She's just tame as a little old house cat. Meow. Can you purr real pretty? Ain't she unconscious?
Oh, no.
No! Shame on you.
Oh.
Well, hello, Nick.
Well, I met that early train Mother was supposed to be on. She wasn't on it.
Well, maybe she decided to take the late one.
Well, maybe. But I don't blame her for missing that inquest altogether.
I wouldn't worry about that. She'll be there.
Still, maybe I should send a wire, find out what time she's coming in for sure.
I think that's a good idea. I'll tell you what. You could do that on the way to buying me lunch.
What, me? Pick up a check for a prosperous lawyer? I wouldn't humiliate.
I would dream of denying you the opportunity.
Out.
Where are we going?
That's for me to know.
Come back here.
I'm gonna learn you.
Stop that.
I've warned you. Well, I've got to keep some discipline. It's the second time she's tried to run away.
What's she doing up here?
I was taking her to the laundry to show her duties.
We like to keep our people busy here.
How much did the judge pay you? How much was it worth to him to keep me from testifying tomorrow? 5,000? 10,000? Or didn't he tell you I'm Victoria Barclay? The Victoria Barclay who saw his son commit a murder?
My, we do have an imagination.
Can't you see he's tricked you? He kidnapped me and made you his accomplice.
God.
It's the truth! It's the truth! Read it in the papers! I tell you it's the truth! Why have you listened to me?
An embarrassment to a prominent San Francisco family.
Obviously, I lied. What do you propose to do? Confess to the sheriff that you were a party to her imprisonment?
There is an alternative.
No?
$5,000.
This is preposterous. You don't think I'm going to submit to blackmail?
Magnificent, isn't it? The artist seems to capture the inner nature of the beast. The savagery and anguish we humans strive so hard to conceal. It's almost as though this fellow were watching his only son mount the gallows. Well? Splendid. I shall require the money tonight in cash.
You'll have it.
I'll expect you at 9 sharp. May I ask your future plans for Mrs. Barkley? Is this to be a permanent arrangement?
But
you know, some of our unfortunates can't endure confinement. They wilt like flowers in the noon sun and are buried in our own plot.
Jared! Jared!
Nick, what are you hollering about?
I got this wire. She never showed up at many grants. You figure it out.
Maybe she stayed at a hotel. She said she wanted to be alone.
No. I checked with the ticket agent in Stockton. He never saw her get on that train yesterday.
She might have taken a stage, changed her mind.
Or had it changed for her. You know, if Mother doesn't show up for that inquest, Jared, they got no case against Buddy. Huh?
Well, I think we better pay the judge a little visit.
Bad girl. You shouldn't have tried to run away. Oh, you shouldn't be mad at Beanie.
Well, you see, Beanie, I'm new here, and I don't have a friend to tell me what's right or wrong.
Oh, that's too bad.
Would you like to be my friend?
I already have a friend. Her name is Eleanor, and she comes to visit me every night when I'm asleep, and we go to choir practice. We shall gather at the river. We shall gather at the river at the wonderful world.
Beanie, you see, that's a nighttime friend. Couldn't you be my daytime friend?
You are a naughty girl. What do daytime friends do?
Oh, they they have tea parties. Wouldn't you like to come in here and have a tea party with me?
With crackers and jam?
Yes. Oh, but how could you come in? I don't know how to open the door.
With a key?
I don't have a key.
Only Miss Alice has a key.
Oh, she would never let us have her key, but I think I could get the door open if I had a nail or a piece of wire. Beanie, could you get me a piece of wire?
Why don't you invite Miss Alice? She has a key.
Oh, I don't like Miss Alice. I don't like her at all. Now, Beanie. Beanie, if you want to come in here and have a tea party with me, you're going to have to get me a piece of wire.
Miss Alice might not like it. She'll punish me if I'm a bad girl. Oh, no.
Beanie, no! Oh.
Wingley, we want to talk to the judge.
Sorry, Judge off for the evening.
Jared, Nick.
Oh, I thought you were still in
jail? Dad bailed me out this afternoon. How's your mother?
Thought you could tell us that.
What? I wanted to go out and see her this afternoon, but Dad said she's gone up to Sacramento.
Well, now. Wonder how you knew that.
What's wrong?
She's disappeared, buddy. We haven't seen her since yesterday afternoon.
Well, what are you doing here? Why haven't you got the sheriff to organize a search?
We are searching. You seem awfully worried, buddy, for someone who can convict you of a murder. Hold it, buddy. Hold it. Hold it.
How could you even think I'd hurt her? Jared, I swear I'd rather hang a dozen times.
The judge may not agree with that.
He couldn't have.
No?
Wing Lee, has Mrs. Barkley been here since the other night?
Regret the lady has not.
You're absolutely sure of that?
We swear the same on Bible book.
Oh? The Bible doesn't mean anything to you, Wingley?
Do like witness in courtroom.
Chinese witnesses swear an oath on their sacred ancestors.
Are you willing to do that?
Buddy, I think we'll need a few squib and a live chicken.
We've got a white rooster in the coop out back.
I'll get it. You're gonna kill that chicken wing, Lee, just like they do in court. And if you're lying, the blood of your family will spill, too.
But not tell lie. Wingley never tell lies.
Buddy, hand me that punk.
If you're trying to protect me, you mustn't. If my father has done anything to Mrs. Barkley, you've got to tell us. Don't you see? If he's done anything to harm her, he's in the wrong. He's betrayed himself and everything he's ever stood for.
Dog. Ungrateful dog!
Sit down. All right, Wingley, now let's have it, the truth. Here it is, the Trinity. Heaven, earth, and man.
If I had my way, you'd go hungry again. But Mr. Pruitt, he says to slop you with the rest.
Thank him for me.
My, ain't we hearty? Well, you get hungry enough. You'll eat what's put in front of you.
I want to go to the tea party. I do. Oh, is it time? Are we going to have the tea party now?
Yes, I was just coming to get you. You go on inside, and I'll go tell the cook.
Oh, we're going to have fun. We are going to have such fun.
You mentioned something about a burial plot. I haven't seen one.
I was referring to the old Ophir mine down the road. Its abandoned shafts are hundreds of feet deep, quite convenient. Have you had a change of heart since we spoke this afternoon?
No. No. What is that commotion outside? It's Victoria. She's getting away.
Get me something with her scent on it. The blanket from her bed. The dogs will track her down.
Oh, please, George. Please, no. You made one mistake, don't make another.
Your testimony could hang, buddy.
But he killed a girl. I saw him do it. I wish I hadn't, but I did. He's a murderer.
My son.
And he's my godson, and I love him, but...
I'm sorry, Victoria. I'm truly sorry.
Mother? Mother!
Judge, put that gun away.
Are you all right?
Yes, George.
Buddy, talk to your father. Get him to put that gun away. Buddy! 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 Buddy!
Now, take it easy. Just take it easy.
Judge, they just shot your son. Did you hear me? Your son's got a bullet in him. Don't you think you've done enough?
Buddy? Buddy?
Buddy, no. I didn't mean to harm you. I wanted to help you. I couldn't see you. I was trying to save you.
Dad, you were wrong. We were both wrong.
Oh, no, buddy. Forgive me, son. No, buddy.
You know something, Audra? I don't think we should ever let her out of our sight again. Hello, lovely lady.
Jared, how is the judge?
Well, I just came from the sheriff's office. He won't accept a lawyer, and he doesn't want any mercy.
You know, it's hard to understand what happened to him. He wasn't an evil man.
Oh, no, he wasn't evil. He stood for justice all his life. But when it came to his son, he was more father than judge.
Mother, that's all over with now. You're going to have to try and forget it.
No, I don't think I ever can forget it. But I'm all right.
Are you? You know, whenever you polish silverware.
Ah, but this is an occasion. I feel as though I've been away from my family for such a long, long time. That tonight at dinner, I want the prettiest silver in the whole world.